Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to do my match preview and also a predicted 11 for Steel City Derby. So obviously if you haven't already, make sure to drop a like on the video, let me know that you appreciate the content, and also subscribe and turn on notifications so then you never miss an upload. So getting into the video, this is our biggest game of the season, okay? We've played a couple of good teams like Middlesbrough, Cardiff, but this is the biggest game. It's obviously our biggest derby as well. They're meant to be getting a few injured players back, they are. I forgot who it was, I think it was Sam Hutchinson. There were a couple more, but I can't remember. I've literally just written it down on a sheet of paper on my notes. They've won four, drew two, and lost one in the last 7 derbies. But obviously the last derby was over 6 years ago, so you can't really go for that fact. I think it's going to have anything to do with the current set of players. The match could go either way, because this match, I'd say the last time this Steel City derby were played, none of the players playing tomorrow would have been played 6 years ago. So, you know, you can't really compare. And then Gary Hooper is in great form for them. I think he scored in the last 3 or 4 games, so we need to keep tabs on him. Hopefully we can cancel him out with the likes of Jack O'Connell and Chris Basham. So going on to us, we've won our last 2 away games. Third time lucky for one of us, isn't it going to be? I can't see it being a draw. As much as I want to predict a draw, the likelihood of it is, you know, I know it's a third of luck, well, you know, it's not going to be a draw in my opinion. I reckon that there's going to be a winner, whether it's 90th minute, whether it's a domination by one of the teams. But we're in great form as well after the NCFC loss. I've put here Norwich City, obviously, because that loss was pathetic, really. They did what they needed to do, you know, they got the goal, then they hung on it, you know, they fouled us when they needed to, and all that, which, looking back on the Norwich game now, you got to say it was a great tactical performance by them, as well as an annoying performance. And then injury news. So Wilder hasn't come out and said anything, but on the Facebook group, someone's past the training ground. Apparently every single player other than Lavery is actually training, so that means I'm going to go into my predicted 11 and just, you know, basically predict my starting 11 out of every single player other than Lavery. So let's get into that predicted 11 now. So I'm just going to point out, obviously some of the players won't be fully match fit. Likes of Simon Moore, who else has come back from injury. I don't know who else, to be honest, probably Donaldson as well. So getting into my lineup, I'll just turn around my sheet of paper. So Blackman I've put in net simply because he started every single game of the season. I can't see Moore coming into the lineup in the Steel City derby, because if he gets if he makes a mistake, all fans are going to be calling for Blackman to get back into the net. So I'll put in Blackman. Moore will come in eventually, but I can't see it being anytime soon. In at right back, I've put in Kieran Freeman. He's been the starting right back this season. I can't see that changing. I'd like to put Baldock in terms of the directness and pace, but Freeman has got experience in the Championship, well, more, I think, than Baldock, so it makes sense to put in Freeman. And then Basham, Wright and O'Connell is the centre-back trio. They've only conceded 1 goal in, you know, I don't know how many games it is, but they haven't conceded many goals as a trio this season. Basham and O'Connell will obviously be the ones attacking with the fullbacks, and then Jake Wright will be the one sitting back with probably another one of the centre-backs, just so them can soak up their pressure and hit them on the counter-attack. And then we've got Ender Stevens in at left-back. I was debating between putting in Lafferty and Stevens, but like with Simon Moore, to be a tough game to put Lafferty into the lineup after only having 1 game this season in the starting 11. And then in at centre mid, we're putting Coots and Fleck. They're great players, okay? Coots controls the game, is technically gifted. Say it every single video now that I do these sort of predict 11s. He is the best technical player at the club. And then John Fleck is direct. He likes to get in behind the opposition lines and either shoot or, you know, lay it off to one of the strikers. And Fleck has recently signed a new contract. P.S. I've done a video on it, so make sure to go watch it. It'll probably be somewhere on the channel, probably the last video before this one. And then the other centre mid, who is a more attacking one, that's why I didn't include him in that. I put in David Brooks. So it could be Duffy, but I've got faith in Brooks, you know. I don't know whether we're going to keep him to be a super sub like he was against Sunderland, against Bolton, but I can really see Brooks being good from the start. His energy will be good as well, because they might not be expecting us to be, you know, all fire and at the start. It's obviously an away game for us, but if we start Brooks, we have some directness in that, especially with the likes of Flack as well. And then up front I've put in Sharp, and I've also put in Donaldson. I mean, not Donaldson, Clark. I completely screwed that up, but Sharp, he's got 4 goals for us this season. He missed the last game apparently because he had a little scrap with Leon Clark, but I've actually put Leon Clark up front with him. I'm not sure whether that was the best of ideas. I don't know whether Wilder's going to say, you two go up front, you need to show to me, you know, why you should be a partnership or whatever. But we obviously have the likes of Evans and Donaldson, and Brooks can also play up front. So I'm not sure whether that striker pairing will be there, but I could definitely see at least one of them being in the starting 11. And then maybe alongside Evans and Donaldson, but I've just gone safe. I've put Duffy ? He had a shocker against Norwich, constantly losing the ball, constantly just being a negative player. And at the start of the season I was saying that he wasn't that good. I've revisited that opinion, because he's good against the lesser teams, but as soon as a good team comes calling, he's not very good. And Sheffield Wednesday, they've got a good team on paper, they're technically gifted, and in this sort of game we just need some directiveness, which Duffy doesn't have but Brooks does. So that explains why I've done that. So make sure to tell me your guys' predicted 11 down in the comments. Always appreciated by myself. Who should I have put in? You know, should I maybe put in Cameron Carter-Vickers? Should I put in Duffy? Should I put in Donald? So make sure to tell me down in the comments. If there's anything I've missed out in the preview, make sure to tell me. So make sure to drop a like on the video. So yeah, like, subscribe, and enjoy this video, and peace.